Happy birthday, Ryan.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. Couldn't have spent a better day with you two, eh?
I know.
Podcast and then work.
Yes, wide work. Woke up, and now I'm here.
Here you are.
Couldn't be bothered to cycle. It's too windy out there, you know. Too windy.
I know, that's why I told you to be safe if you were.
I know. I debated about it, but then I was like, I need a coffee, and I was like, I'm not carrying a flask and cycling at the same time. It just wasn't happening, especially with this. You have to go up the hill and stuff. I was just like, no. So
Why did you wake up at 2 though today?
Because you didn't get in till
I didn't get
10.
till like 10 this morning.
Were you working last night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was. I done that early as well.
Did you not watch
Ooh.
the fights then when you were?
No.
What time did you go to bed?
10:30 today.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Did you not just listen to it?
Yeah, no, but I didn't realise it was 10:30 that you went to
Yeah,
bed.
because I went to Q's after, chilled with Q for a bit for several hours, just chatted, and then just caught up with him, and then watched a bit of Daredevil because he's been running through the Marvel TV shows on Netflix, so he's on Daredevil now. Watched an episode of that, and then left his about 9, and then I got the cab. And then I paid for the cab and was having a conversation. We were just chatting, and we ended up getting into a debate about sleep and like how much sleep you need and how like sufficient it is for your body and all that stuff. And he was just rambling on for like half an hour after I paid him as well. I gave him my money. I gave him like the £3 or something, literally by the food and wine. And then we was just talking for like 35 minutes after, and I was like, fuck me, it's 9:30 in the morning. Like, I just want to like walk in.
What was he doing?
He was just talking.
So he made £3 in an hour.
He made £3.60.
Minus petrol.
Yeah, about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. He
Made like
£3.60. Something like that. I know. But he was a nice guy. It was funny though. He was funny because it was like a Jamaican kind of guy. So like debating about him, he was just like every time like I like would say something just to antagonize him, he would be like. Like that, just like slam like his thing on the like his hands on the steering wheel, and I would just start laughing. I was just laughing.
What was the conclusion then? 6 or 8? Did any of you give up?
Not really, no, because he was saying because he said he could do like 20-hour days.
It's not even an
like,
answer.
But he needs like 8 hours, and I was like, no, like I've done like the lifestyle. But he was talking about the fact that like if I have the lifestyle where I was like working day and night that I'm normally doing, but then only getting like 6 hours sleep, he says it's just going to take off my life expectancy in like 10, 15 years. But then I was saying like, if you like do the right things when you're awake, then you'll be fine. Because I was like saying, what do you do? And he was saying, oh, I used to party, like from day, like party, go like out in the night and then go to a house party in the day after. And I'm like, well, obviously you fucking twat. Like you're going to fucking...
There's not an answer anyway though. Like everyone functions off different.
I ended up saying that. I was like, everyone's just different. It just depends. Like I said to him, if I have longer than a 6 hour sleep, I feel like shit.
Yeah, I feel bad if I sleep too much. Bad. Not 8 hours would be fine. If I sleep like nearer 9, 10, I'll wake up. I'll be more tired than if I slept like 4.
Yeah, like the minimum I can have is 4.5 hours. Is the minimum.
I always just
Probably
wake up tired.
Pardon?
I always wake up tired. No matter how many hours I sleep.
Yeah, you can sleep forever though, I feel.
I could have like 2 hours sleep and function fine, but have 10 hours sleep and still function
Are you deep?
fine, but I'd still be tired.
You deep sleeper?
I'll deep when I go. Even if it's for like 4 hours, I'll deep for like several of them.
You ever had sleep paralysis?
Oh,
no, I actually haven't.
It's fucked. You never had it? Oh.
I don't think
if you're
so.
a deep sleeper,
I don't even
you will
think
get
so.
it.
If I have, then
no. If you had
just
sleep
lie
paralysis,
there and you're aware that you're awake, but you can't move.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, I have had it. Yeah,
it's so fucking weird.
I've heard so much about it, but like the way everyone speaks about it, I'm like, it definitely doesn't feel that bad. Like, I'm just kind of like, okay, like I don't know. Like, I'm just like
your brain half wakes up, they
Yeah.
say, but your body's still asleep, and so you will like wake up essentially, or feel like you are, but you're still half in a dream. So you can sort of like, all your surroundings will be like, it'll be you in bed and you're in your bedroom or whatever, and then you'll suddenly just realise like you can't fucking move, and your body's just like not in like reacting to anything. And then usually, like in mine, like a guy came up to me from the side and started like choking me out, like proper like choking me. I didn't see him, and so you're there like getting choked out and you can't move, and it's so real as well, proper real.
The last time I had it, I was in Edinburgh, like seeing Holly and Jack, and I fell asleep on the sofa, and I was like, I woke up. Well, I thought I woke up, and I could hear them talking, but then I just couldn't move, and then I started like having dreams that I was sitting up and talking to them, and then I become aware that like I was still lying there and couldn't move. It was so creepy.
That's crazy.
You get proper stressed out and you feel like you want to move and you can't.
I'm trying to like move my leg to like make me aware.
I feel like I've had. Yeah, I do feel like I've had
awake,
this.
but
I'm a deep sleeper. But the cabbie was just like he needs like 8 hours sleep. But he was a nice guy overall. But it was just funny just to antagonise him. Like he was just getting peed off. Like it was funny. It was funny.
What else you been up to?
I've just been working, to be honest. I went back to the gym, done a double. Like, I went to the gym.
Double session?
Yeah, I went Thursday. No, what day did I go? I went Friday. Done a weight session. Worked on like hypertrophy and done hypertrophy training, like full body. And then I went to work that night and then went after. I done circuit training after work. And then...
I heard you had a meal at George's though.
yeah, my dinner party.
Oh, the fajitas, yeah, they were banging, by the way.
Who made them? You?
Yeah, I made them.
Just you?
Just me.
Nice.
Yeah, they were lovely, by the way.
I know.
So nice.
I always make good
I wish I
fajitas.
just ate all of them. I held back because I was
I
just
had to
like,
warn people.
Wait,
like,
was Carl there?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just me
So the four of you?
and Ethan.
And Ethan, yeah.
yeah, it was really good.
You brought your plus one then, right?
Oh no, she was invited before they were even
Oh, okay.
dating.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, what, this was arranged? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we had, me, Ryan and Callum had dinner at Ryan's, and I said, I'll do it next time.
Ah,
When we get paid in January.
yeah,
And then I got paid.
yeah. Shall I check my post box then for my invitation? Oh.
Sorry, it was just a Pop World thing.
When have you ever cooked
This
for
is a new
Georgia?
block,
When
so
have you
I
cooked
haven't
for
got a
Georgia?
post box here yet. Like, you got to go reception, is it?
Cook for Georgia.
So I go and ask.
Have you ever seen him cook for like, be like, yeah, I'll cook for you, innit?
No, he's never cooked.
Not even in told. He'd be like, no.
I mean, if I was having a dinner party, then I would be inviting you, you know what I mean?
Sorry, you can come to my next one.
Might have one myself.
Just
no?
dampen the mood, didn't you?
Dinner party of one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just walks in with all the Irish boys, isn't it? Just like, what's up? Yeah, he just makes some like fat meal, innit? Like rice and like all that shit. But yeah, other than that, I've just been obviously just been working loads before I leave tonight. So last night, right? They obviously everyone knew it was my birthday,
Yeah.
and so like about 1. Like Tom called me, was like, Lamin wants you. So I was like, alright, and then went to the corner of the bar, like where Lamin was, and he was like, you need to stay here. And I was like, alright, sweet. And then he was like, wait 1 second. And then Jim, like DJ,
Jimmy.
yeah, it was like, can we take a moment 1 second on the mic, talk to everyone? And he was like, we have one of our staff is his birthday today. Can everyone like look at him? And he just pointed to me, and then like everyone, like it was rammed as well. Like everyone was just there, like, and they looked at me, and I looked across, like everyone was just looking at me. I just like creasing, like bare. And he done like some speech for like a minute, like it was just like he's like a great guy, hard work, blah blah, and like he was saying all this, and he was like, we want to wish him like a happy birthday. So in three, like say happy birthday, and he was like, and everyone looked at me, he's like 3, 2, 1, and they were like happy birthday. I was like, yeah, thank you, yeah, sweet, thank you, appreciate it. I was just like looking around, just pissing myself, and it was hilarious, and it was shocker. Like you couldn't move in there. It was like what's a busy day there? Like when have we had like mad days, like a bank holiday, like when it's like dirty. It was like that last night, and it was shut at 5.
Or that Halloween.
Halloween weren't busy though, was it?
No, but the weekend, Halloween.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever it was that busy, and like everyone was just looking at me, and I was just there, just pissing myself, like just laughing, just looking at everyone, just like this is hilarious. And I was just like, yeah, but I appreciated that. That was cool. That was very cool.
And now you're going home for your birthday?
Yeah, I'm going home for a few days.
And you get to meet a new family member, I hear.
Well, the news is that I won't be.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, basically, obviously, for listening don't know, my mum took a dog in to the pound from the pound, 10-year-old staff named Bruce. So she's had it for like a week or two. I think like a week or two, and like every time my mum fed it, like the people from the pound said you need to feed it this, like the most expensive food. Feeding it, throwing it up in the garden, like digging a hole, putting it like in the ground, and then whatever. So my mum was like, "What the hell?" And it kept like barking aggressively and stuff. And he was just like, he just weren't eating for ages. Like when he took him on a walk, he wouldn't even get past the second door.
Oh.
So like my mum was like took him to told the pound and took him to the vet, and they were like, what's going wrong with him? And they said, all right, well, try and get him some cheap food instead. So my mum was like, so wait, you told me to get him expensive food. Now you're telling me to get like cheap food? Like what? Why are you telling me different things? And so like tried like a few things, mom, and then in the end, my mom just couldn't deal with all the stress that like it was putting on her. She just wanted like a dog that kind of like you could take for a walk and play with, and it was just like it just didn't eat. Like every
That sounds like I know a family friend. They had a dog, and it was literally the exact same thing. But it's not the type of food you give it. It's usually like a bacterial infection. Right. You need to give them antibiotics because it's essentially like in the gut, so it doesn't matter the type of food. They'll throw anything up. Like you had to give them antibiotics to get rid of the bacterial infection in the gut, and then they'll start eating again because essentially it's not being digested properly.
Yeah, like
it might. I mean, it might not be that, but
this happened like
that was a similar situation.
This happened like 10 days ago. Like my mum texted me and was like, she just like, I think I'm gonna take Bruce back, and my heart sank, and I was like, no.
And you never met him, right?
Never met him, no. And I won't meet him. But my mum's
just
gonna
get
see
another
him
dog.
every now and again. No, she isn't. I don't think. Not at the moment, anyway. But I was heartbroken. I was like,
that's a shit vet, by the way.
yeah, like they were like.
Just give him cheap food. Oh.
No, it wasn't the vet. It was like the pound.
Oh.
So she took him to the pound, but she also took him to the vet. But I don't know what. I'm not too sure what they said with the vet.
Well, the vets usually would do like some analysis.
Yeah, I don't know. But my mum, like overall, it was just too much stress. Like even Olivia was a bit wary of like Bruce. I didn't feel like she could like hug it, like play with him and stuff, like because it just got exhausted so quickly.
What dog are you thinking, or your mum thinking of getting then?
I don't know. I don't know what she's. I don't think she was gonna get like another dog.
Oh, she's not gonna get another dog.
No, not at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
Not at the moment. She was just like, might have to wait until you get one. I was like, fucking hell, it's gonna be a while. So I don't know. I was gutted though. I was on the bus home from my day job, and just she sent me that text. I was like, oh no way. But I got it because I knew that because like they were advertising. Like for example, Mom was saying like they were advertising that the dog was 10 years old, but it was actually 12. And stuff like they were doing like there was like little things that they were lying.
They're gonna though.
Like why would you tell them to get like because they were feeding it like probably cheap food, like regular food, like because obviously they have so many animals to look after and stuff.
Yeah.
And like funding wise, and then they're telling my mom to like buy expensive food, and then they're telling her then to buy cheap food. It was just like what, you're just contradicting yourself a bit. So it was just too stressful. My mom said so.
They just probably didn't want it. They just probably wanted your mum to keep it. To be fair. They don't.
Yeah, no, they
did.
They just, I mean, that's what they did. And then my mum, like, obviously took Bruce back, and then she was like, "I would like to," like, it sent an email. I was like, "I'd like to come visit," blah blah. And then they were like, "Oh no, it probably wouldn't be a good idea because you know, like, it probably get like, because when I remember my mum said that when on the way back to taking it to the pound, as they were like the 2 roads before they were dropping it off, it started barking like aggressively, like." And mom like cried, like she got well upset about it, like giving it back. She said it was really hard as well, and I don't blame her. That would have been difficult.
Just get a fish.
No, we had a fish. I don't even know what happened to it.
Fish
We had
are
a
so
fish.
boring.
I had loads of fish.
I get a piranha.
They all died
I
as
used to
well.
have piranhas as a kid.
I told you that. Do you remember when I told you that? One of my old best friends from primary school, he had one. I remember going around there like when I was like 11. I remember just going in there and he got like a block of meat, opened like the top of the fish tank, dropped the block of meat, and this piranha just absolutely chewed like it ripped through it like
Yeah,
no tomorrow.
Have you seen like a group of piranhas though, mate?
It's crazy. They are actually vicious. That one's nasty, that video.
Let's see.
You ever seen the film?
Oh, I think it's this. Check.
Oh,
The 3D one.
yeah.
Georgia, check this.
So good. Well, it's not good as shit, but it's just crazy. Like, Brian's just mad.
So I'm pretty sure they feed it like they put meat in the thing, right? Oh wait, I think it's happening. Like that is literally. Wait. So they drop meat in. Look, they just go fucking crazy. Like it's like the water's having a fit. And the meat's in there for like a few seconds and it's just fucking gone. And look at that.
Just splat, mate.
Imagine falling in that. Like,
If you fell in there, you are so fucked.
Where are there a large...
That'd probably be my last.
Amazonas, the Amazon.
That'd be my last way to die. Actually, just being thrown into some. Well, it's supposed to be quick.
No,
But they'll literally eat
no,
your.
it would not be quick.
They-
It would be quick, but it would be
Oh
like...
mate, it would.
No, they're
When
gonna
they put the meat
feel-
in there, it's there for like a few
They're
seconds.
gonna go through all your muscles and stuff.
Yeah, they'd eat your
Oh.
face. They'd eat your face.
That's not good. That's probably one of the worst deaths, I'd say.
Death by piranha.
Death by piranhas.
I've never heard anyone die by piranha though.
Maybe we should make you the first. Just throw you in like a pool of piranhas, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll head out to the Amazon, throw you in the river.
We just throw him in and he's like, Ryan George, I love you! I love you! I'll tell you I love you every day! Because you're so affectionate, mate, you know? Like,
I am actually.
Yeah, he's growing.
he's growing.
He answered the door and gave me a hug straight away.
Fudge! Oh! Holy shit.
I
You
know.
need to stop being so surprised.
What? Are you joking? No.
You know.
That's madness, mate. I'm glad for your growth. Is that big goal in 2019?
No, I started doing it last year.
Really?
I gave you hugs last year.
Yeah, you did.
Couple.
I love how she looked at me like, what?
I didn't have any
No,
of
it
these
started
resolutions.
off when you were drunk, and then as our friendship grew, I got hugs.
As our bond grew closer.
Bond day.
And now I just get them all the time. So Sean, tell us about Newcastle.
He did, didn't he? Oh no, he went. Oh, he went.
Yeah, I
last-
went last week, after the day after the podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yes, yes. Oh, because we were supposed to do the podcast on
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
There wasn't. Newcastle was really good. The only thing, because when I went last time when it was super snowy, didn't really get to see Newcastle. And then the night out was pretty shit because no one else was there.
Right.
And so whenever Newcastle was brought up, I was like, oh, it's overrated as shit. Do you know what I mean? But it's actually very good. We went there last week, and it was fucking busy. The town's mad nice. Nicest town I've ever been to in England. Like, it makes
Really?
it, oh mate, it's fucking, how,
In regards to what? Like,
everything is like, the city, everything is just super nice and clean and modern. Yeah, I wouldn't think of Newcastle like that.
So you explored it more than you did last time.
Yeah. But
How long was it just for the night though?
yeah, we went up there right early in the morning, stayed there throughout the evening, night, and then came back the afternoon.
Oh, okay. So when did you have time to explore? Like a little bit.
After we played our tennis match before the night out, and then
Okay.
when we were walking through trying to find somewhere to eat, and then the next day in the morning. But I thought Newcastle would be like pretty much just like here. Like Liverpool's a bit shitty, apart from when you get right in town.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But Newcastle's way nicer. I'd live there, to be fair, for like a year. But yeah, not really any stories. Just a good night. Recommend it.
Did you win?
I won. Team didn't win. Shock.
That's standard. That was literally the standard every majority of weeks last year, wasn't it? He was like, "How'd you do?" I won, but the team didn't.
No, we won. The team won most. We got promoted last year. We came top of the league, mate.
Because of Sean.
But that's what. Now we're in the league. Now we're in the league above, and so it's
it's
hard.
tougher.
This week I fucking played the number 90 in the country, and I was like, "Fucking hell, this is gonna be a long day." I had a set point in the second set, but
Did you get smashed?
no, 6-4, 7-6. I'd take that, to be fair. I played quite well. But yeah. I have a story. It's fucking funny. I was saving it for the podcast, actually.
Go on.
Actually, I'll tell you what would be better. Because I was going to send it to you. Where's my phone? I was gonna send it to you, but then I thought, fuck it, I'll just send it for the podcast. So I sent it to Carson. Where is he? So I sent a voice message basically, just going over the story. So I'll just play it. It's fucking funny. It was the funniest thing that's ever happened to me.
Mate, potentially the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my life just occurred. So I went to fucking B&M and Home Bargains that are next to each other on Great Homer Street, just down the road from me. Fucking turn up to B&M, and there's always this tramp that sits outside B&M. He's a weird fucking guy. He wears like a bike helmet, even though he doesn't have a bike, obviously. He's just a weird guy, and he just pisses me off, actually. So this is quite funny what happened to him. So yeah, I turn up, and he's basically being robbed. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, this guy was on top of him, they were kind of wrestling. Anyway, this guy was fucking robbing him. And then I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, the tramp calls out, he's like, oh, give me back my toilet paper, give me back my toilet paper. This guy's fucking robbing him of his toilet paper for whatever reason, God knows. So that was weird. But then it gets weirder because there's a police car, right, that came past. It turns into like the little parking area by B&M. These police guys get out and they're like, get off of him, basically trying to restrain him. They go to restrain him, and this guy's got a fucking knife, pulls out a knife, right? I'm just standing back because I don't want to get fucking close. And they're like screaming out, the police officers like, put down knife. And they warn him that if he doesn't put down the knife, they're going to tase him. Oh my god. And so this guy, I think he must have been on something, he was just off his head. He was fucking threatening that he was going to like do something, and he didn't put down a knife. And anyway, the police officers shoot their taser, right? Fucking the robber moves out the way and they shoot the tramp.
It was so funny. I was like a few days ago.
No way, that is quality. I'm
was
so
so
glad
ridiculous.
you saved that for that. That was brilliant. No way. So what happened after he got tased?
The other guy ran off.
He got away?
The robber, yeah.
Did he get a toilet roll?
Well, because I don't know actually. I didn't look.
Just run away with his 9
I don't think.
Yeah, just like a toilet, like tissue, just like as he's running, isn't it? Captain Toilet Paper.
I don't know. I think he was another tramp because he looked like he weren't in great clothes and he was a bit weird. I think he was another tramp and he was robbing this tramp. I think it was like Tramp Wars or something.
For toilet roll?
Tramp Wars.
It was very weird.
Hard life.
So yeah, he ran off. I don't think the police would have got him. The police just had to deal with this guy that they shot, basically. Tasered, yeah.
That's mad.
This guy, I felt so bad for him. He was literally just sitting there like I've never seen someone get tasered.
No, actually,
they don't get tasered and they're like, oh fuck. It's literally like they're just sitting there.
Yeah, but that's what
they're like going nuts.
That was quality. Oh right. If I was there, I would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so he just got robbed and then tasered. Like,
yeah.
I know.
There
was like a big group inside B&M like looking out as well because people went out and then they realised that this guy had like a fucking knife and there was police there like shouting him and shit. And yeah, so I don't think any tramp's gonna be outside B&M anytime soon.
Yeah, that's a hazard, mate, for tramps.
There's always tramps out there. A lot of tramps in Liverpool, just in general.
Yeah, there is. I think there's way more in Liverpool than there is in London.
Relative, like for the size, yeah.
There's that documentary came out about the homeless in
Yes,
Liverpool,
I saw that in
fake
Facebook.
homeless.
Like the what is
Fake
it?
homeless.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
some guy. It's like he point out. It's like that guy's homeless. That guy isn't. Like he points out who he apparently knows, like who's homeless and not.
Yeah, and apparently like they go out and just sit in the street at night and they can make like 200 quid and then they go home.
Well, have you ever seen that guy outside Asda, like the Indian guy?
Yeah.
He's always out there, but like he's always wearing like different trainers and different trackies, and I'm like, you are so fake tramp. It's a joke.
Like a Gucci fucking.
Yeah,
jacket.
like trainers and stuff. Mad. But there is like, yeah, there's so many of them. So many of them in Liverpool. And I don't even know, why is that? Why is there so many in Liverpool?
It's not a very rich area, is it? It's just Liverpool's a poor area.
Yeah,
Like everywhere's cheap.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's why I'm here.
I got something funny. So George already knows this story. So we did the podcast last Tuesday, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I had work before that, didn't I? So I came from work to here.
Yeah.
And I went and work that night.
Yeah.
So that night's a Tuesday, right? So there's only like 2 bouncers there, right? So it got to about 2 a.m. and I was just like on my side of the bar, just like stacking the glasses. And I just heard like a shout, like someone shouting, like for a bouncer. I was like, what the fuck's going on? So I ran through the back, came out the other side, and in front of me on the closest bar when you walk in, two guys having a fight in it.
Where?
Right in front of the bar.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, so I ran onto the bar,
Yeah.
got in the middle. As I was looking from the bar, the guy on the right, he had like his eye gushing. Like he had like a gut cut. Like I think it was just, from what I saw, it was like just above the eye, maybe on the eyebrow, and it was just like bleeding.
Yeah.
It was just like, so I like clinched him. So I got underhooks on him and held him, and then with my like I had one arm like that, and the other kid was still going out. So I pushed him, and like sat him down.
Mm.
He got back up, and then it came at me again. I pushed him again while holding this other guy. So then his 2 mates, I know,
Classic.
fucking classic. Right?
Had this one guy by the one hand and the fucking other guy by the other
And
hand.
then 6 guys came and I just fucked them all up, you know. John Wick. Shit. And then, so then just pushed him again. And then his 2 mates grabbed him, like kind of restrained him. So then I had the other kid. My attention was on the other kid now. So he was like bleeding. I was like, mate, I'm getting you out. Like you're fucking bleeding everywhere. You just started a fire. And he's like, mate, I ain't fucking done anything. Like. He fucking started. I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, you're bleeding. You just got in a fight. I'm getting you out. So I like clinched him, like got him, pushed him down, and like in the club you have 2 steps, and then you have that the Spice Girls like thing. So I got it down to 2 steps, right? And he was still arguing with me. Like he was just like, mate, I haven't done anything. Just let me go. I was like, mate, I ain't fucking you letting you go when you just had a fight. So it's kind of off of me for like 30 seconds a minute. We were at the top of the stairs, trips me up, we fall down the whole flight of stairs, right? Landed on my head and my shoulder. Oh. And I just felt pop, and I was like, oh, and I literally came to like, I was like, what the fuck happened? I was like lying like on my back like that, and I'm like, what the fuck? See him just like that, and he's looking at me, he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, fuck you just tripped us up. So literally got straight up, like I was like, fuck, got straight up, picked him up, eventually, and then literally just took him to the bouncer, got Simon, got in there, ran in, got the other kid, got him out. He just walked out really, and then them 2 had a fight, and then the kid with the one without the eye gash, he got nicked in the end because he was just beating him up apparently. It was crazy, like it was just madness, and there was like no one in there. Like I was just sorting out the whole situation, like. No one was doing anything. I was like, this is just ridiculous.
Bouncer Ryan.
I know.
Bouncer Ryan.
Should have got
new job.
Yeah, I should have got a bonus for that. That was just nuts.
I thought
I broke up
I thought he was gonna say boner.
Oh yeah, like, breaking up boys fights, you know. Just get
You just said it slowly. You were like bonus.
I was trying to think of the right words.
Boom.
As I was saying it, I was trying to think of the right word. Yeah. But like even on Tuesday, I broke up like a girl fight. These 2 girls were going at it because I think one of them was trying to take her jacket or something, or stepped on her jacket. This lanky girl, oh my day, she was vexed. Like she was just like trying to go at this girl, and I was just like in the middle of this one. I was like, what the fuck? Like I ain't a fucking bouncer, man. I ain't got a black jacket. They should be fucking paying me for that.
Got a big black dick there.
Takes 2 camera shots in it to do that. Just like boom and then boom. But yeah, no, it's last night now, so I don't have to deal with the days and nights. That was crazy.
Sorry, I was gonna I was gonna show Georgia some of the recent fight stuff.
Yeah, so let's talk.
Have
'Cause
you?
it's been a while because there's a few things we could talk about.
Yeah. First thing.
Let's go back to this. So
Just was Dillashaw Cejudo
right, so obviously
an
Dillashaw
early
Cejudo
stoppage
was
last Saturday.
Last Saturday.
Yeah.
So they had the fight for the flyweight belt. TJ went down 10 pounds to fight Cejudo, who beat Mighty Mouse, broke his 10 belt, or is it 10-11 belt defense streak? And so Cejudo was fighting Dillashaw, and Cejudo made quick work. 32 seconds. So obviously there was the controversy of whether it should have been stopped when it stopped. A lot of people feel it was too early. What do you two think?
Too early.
I think it's too early.
Way too early.
Georgia, what do you think? Because I remember I watched it with you.
Yeah.
And we thought that like it was the right stoppage, didn't we?
Yeah, because he was getting like punched loads and loads, but then
He wasn't when they stopped it though. Like the punches weren't anything that was going to put him out. When the fight got stopped, they were like little punches to the head that would have hurt, but there was nothing to stop the fight for at all. He was just all over him.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
think
when
himself.
You've only got to stop it if you're in danger of getting fucking like KO'd or something.
when I initially watched it, I thought it was a great stoppage. Like I thought, like, because he pushed him.
Well, watch it here. I got it here. Right. So it started right here. So basically, Cejudo pushed him there. Just literally, that was just a full-on push. Nothing happened. Body kick, and then TJ tries ducking under this punch, but Cejudo catches him on the back of the head with a right, which it wasn't a big punch, but I think it just dazed him. And then Cejudo got on top of him, landed some good shots whilst Dillashaw was down. What is going on here? Swings to his back. Dillashaw gets up. I don't know what's going on.
Every time you pause it, it's going to.
I'm not pausing it.
Yeah, it's probably because they
When Dillashaw gets up, Cejudo there connected with that left, which puts him down again, like here. Bang. Yeah. So Dillashaw falls back down to his knees, gets on top of him again. Oh, fuck, he didn't even show the... What is it? This video is fucking terrible.
Yeah, so TJ like is trying to scramble, but he isn't really defending himself intelligently. And then Cejudo hits a left, but then like
it's there when it's
if you
finished.
watch slow motion, it looks like he hits 4 in a row, but he kind of hits him with the left, misses with like a right and left, but then gets him like with the
It's
right.
here. So he's on top of him there, and Cejudo, Dillashaw was trying to swing round to get a takedown essentially on him. That's why people saying it's early stoppage, because Dillashaw was going for a takedown whilst the
But the
fight
ref was already there.
Huh?
The ref's already there stopping it, like as TJ is moving for the takedown.
But but the TJ is actively moving. I think that was the problem with it.
So I've watched this a few times, and when I first watched it, I thought it was a good stoppage. Now I've watched it a few times, and I've kind of like.
In a fight like that is an early
I
stoppage.
think there was a lot of
This is a better video. So TJ's down.
Hits him with some.
Cejudo's just on him, to be fair, and that left hook was what caused the most damage out of everything. I thought it's because he properly put him down that time with a good punch, whereas the first time Dillashaw went down, it was more of like a daze on the back of the head.
I think it's difficult,
but
referees
you can't stop it there though, because Dillashaw was moving. It's not a robbery. I wouldn't say it's like, it wasn't ridiculous, but I just think for the fight, just let it play out for an extra 5 seconds and see what happens.
Yeah, because I think what happened was with Cejudo, I think Cejudo, like, not hurt him, but he felt that kick when he pushed him. And then Cejudo went for that kick and grazed him on the face. I think it kind of like...
But at any point here, do you actually think TJ was genuinely like unconscious?
I don't think he's unconscious, but I think he's done.
I think he was just... There was just so much pressure like from Cejudo on him that he just couldn't get a grip of him. But I don't think he was ever I don't think it should have been stopped because he was still active. He was
But
still trying to escape.
But when I was watching, I thought he was done. When he got dropped the second time, I was like, that's it. Like, in my head, I was like, you should have stopped it.
But he
watching it over and over again, I think...
He was just trying to get Cejudo off of him because Cejudo was just all over him.
Right, okay, right, but then you, like... The thing is, I think it's so difficult sometimes when a situation like that happens for a ref, because I think there's like a window, isn't there, in any combat sports, where to stop the fight at the right time, whether it's like either at the right time, whether it's a little bit too early or a little bit too late, and it's like a split few seconds, because you could, like, for example, do you remember when Derek Lewis knocked out Travis Brown? And like
but that's completely different.
No, but I'm talking about like the actual stoppages. Like, I think they could have played it out. It might, like, I'm talking about that window where you stop it. I think it was within that window, but it was a little too soon. I agree, especially with what kind of fight it was, because I think the ref should know like what kind of high caliber fight this is. They should know how TJ fights. They should know how Cejudo fights, and they should know what's on the line.
And they're not heavyweights.
Exactly, and that's what Brendan Schaub was saying as well. If they're like flyweights, you should allow some like punches to be exchanged. It's not heavyweights where you got like a 250-pound man just smashing.
Yeah, because most of the punches was Cejudo like on his back, like short distance, just like that. None of them are gonna like KO him. They're just gonna.
But from the referee's perspective, I think it's difficult, especially when I watched it. I was like, and even like after watching all of them, I still didn't like complain about the stoppage. But I do think within that window I was on about, it was a bit early. Yeah, but I wasn't like, oh fuck, like.
Yeah, it wasn't stupid, but I think TJ just fucked up. That fight was stupid.
I think it just came down to when he got that right on the back of the head. I think it just knocked his equilibrium off.
Yeah.
I think he lost balance. It was like one of the things where you get like, do you remember when McGregor knocked out Poirier, and like he went for the double jab and then like swang back, but he just dropped. Yeah. And it was like, it didn't even hit him. It just grazed him. Like that part there, like where it's like above the ear, but just like behind the head. If you get someone there, you're just gonna knock them off balance with ease. Yeah. And that's what happened really.
But the fight was stupid to begin with for TJ. I just don't understand why he did it.
Because TJ was pursuing that belt for years, wasn't he? He's been pursuing that double. Like he's been wanting to say he's been wanting to go. He's been saying
he'd be better up. He'd have been better off going up than down.
No, because it was also about the main. I think the main thing he wanted to go down was the Mighty Mouse.
But he didn't fight Mighty Mouse.
But I think because Cejudo beat him, it brought a little intrigue to that. And plus, when you talk about a gold medalist in wrestling in the Olympics, like Cejudo's a fucking.
The pros versus cons were waved.
And you two picked TJ as well. I picked Cejudo. So
yeah. I
should have put a belt on there. That's the one time.
Well, if they were to fight again, I'd still back TJ. But I just think it's just one of those fights. And I mean, shit like that can happen.
I think they have to do it again.
If Cyborg fought Nunes, I'd still back Cyborg. I'd put more of a chance for Nunes. Obviously, I think it would be close, but I still think Cyborg's a better fighter. But in that fight, Nunes just caught early. That's why I don't really like fights that get stopped early, like that are over in 30 seconds, because you just don't end up knowing who the better fighter is.
Unless you're talking about like when McGregor knocked out Aldo, that's just done. That's kind of like them ones, like obviously, but yeah, I agree. They could have I think what should have happened is he should have got dropped again, and if he was still like 3 or 4 more punches on the ground, then yeah, done. But he should have let him gone to the ground and then seen what happened. Maybe a scramble would have happened.
I'd like to have seen what would actually have happened in that fight though, if it was to like play out.
I think it'd be better at 135. Both of them would be healthy. Both of them wouldn't be cutting as much. Like I'd love to see 135, and I think that's what will happen next.
Yeah.
I think that maybe in the summer. Maybe I think
so.
We'll see though. There's the card was alright. My boy Gregor Gillespie.
That's the only other takeaway from the card. I think that Gregor Gillespie is a fucking beast. He's actually a joke. Is that 155?
I was high on him, and I've been watching. He's like been smashed.
Do you know what?
Everybody.
I take him against Khabib.
He's like Khabib, but he's just more relentless. It's the weirdest thing. Like his punch is more sharper. Yeah. He gets like
there's more power behind his stand up for sure.
And like with Khabib, I feel like when he gets hit, he feels it. That Gregor Gillespie like gets hit and he just walks like he's just crazy.
He
man.
looks. Do you know what the next fighters are thinking of doing?
Kevin Lee.
Yeah,
Kevin Lee,
he
yeah.
would fucking murk Kevin Lee.
I think he would. He would just outpace.
He's
him.
so strong. It's a joke. He Gregor
He
Gillespie.
toyed Medeiros. Like he just ragdolled him. Like he just. It was like he's playing with a puppy. Just like threw him about. Like it was just like yeah.
It was embarrassing.
That's cool.
All right, next one was last night. Aaron Pico against Henry Corrales.
I tell you what, I got in this morning, right? And I was thinking, and I just realised, I was like, fuck, Bellator was on. So I was like, round Q's I was on my phone. And I didn't like go on any results. I went on like Instagram to find a video. I didn't want to see like, and the first thing I saw was the chat. I saw the chat from on the Instagram, and you were like, Aaron Pico just got knocked out. I was like, what?
Mate, that was a
And you said it was bad, so I was
knockout.
like, fuck, I've got to find it. So I went on Instagram, I saw the video, and me and Q were watching it, and then I was like, oh shit! Fucking literally left, and his head just snapped.
It wasn't.
back.
It wasn't the. You'll watch it. We'll play it and then we'll talk about it. But it was. The only thing is, he's 22 years old, and this happened twice now.
I know that was a.
If he's going to be in
bad-
MMA for like at least 10 years, like you can't be fucking getting knocked out when you're 22. Bad like this. This was savage. This is the whole fight. Because I mean, it lasted.
But it only lasted like a minute,
Yeah, it
didn't
lasted a minute. But at the beginning, like, look, he fucking Pico
Uppercut.
absolutely
Beautiful uppercut.
twatted him with an uppercut and had him and knocked him down. Then he got sloppy. Like Pico just started engaging in this brawl. Like I don't get it. I don't get why. But the punch that sat him down was like a Daniel Cormier on Stipe here. Ready? Bang. And
Ooh.
Look, and he hit him
when
twice on the way down.
when Pico was on the way down, Corrales hit him twice. Left hook, right hook, or
It's
whatever.
like right and left.
And then he landed one on the floor.
What?
When Pico was on the floor, he jumped on him. I'm pretty sure he did like a Dan Henderson,
Yeah, let's-
Michael Bisping.
And you can see he's trying to control his body and it's not working right, but he gets himself back.
I think Corrales actually just came to more than Pico fought. Like he was actually got his. Like he was actually alright here. I think Pico thought he was dazed. Bang, bang, and then he caught him down on the floor as well.
Yeah, and the thing is.
That is savage.
The thing about like Pico's just such a. It's because he's such a high. Like it made it worse because he's such a. He's pretty much the biggest prospect ever in LA.
Got him there.
Like he's like so basically he's like a national champion in boxing and like a Division 1 wrestler.
Yeah.
So he's like the top of his sports, in like top of 2 different sports.
He
And
just
he's
took
22
4.
years old.
There was 4 big punches there.
But he done the post-fight press conference and he took the shit like a man. Like fair play to him. But Henry Corrales is like he's a formidable opponent. He's like a contender. He's like 5 wins in a row. Like
I think he's like 17-4.
he's got a good record. Like he's a good fighter.
I think he's only like 5-3 in Bellator.
Well, they were talking about throwing Pico in to the title after this, but I don't understand why Pico don't use his wrestling. He just gets wild with these exchanges in boxing.
They were saying on the Joe Rogan was saying on the Fight Companion, like, you've got to be. He would make like a perfect George St. Pierre kind of type. Like, just get it. He's good enough on the feet to stand with anyone. But then as soon as you hurt them or if you have an opportunity, take him down. Like he had him rocked. He should have gone to the floor with him.
Why he needs to like be a bit more versatile. Like I've never seen him throw a leg kick or like an elbow or like a knee or like if he threw some leg kicks in there and mixed up with some takedowns and then boxing, he could be murking these.
But why did he get in that sort of brawling range?
I don't get it because he believes in his boxing too much. Like he's seen the knockouts. Like if you don't like anyone listening, just watch Aaron Pico knockouts.
The left hook's dirty.
Oh, he's had some body hooks, right hooks. Oh, it's just.
But that knockout was literally like Cormier did to Stipe, where they're in that brawl and then they split from it and they catch you over
It's
the
the
top
dirty
with the right
boxing,
hook.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
the boxing in the clean.
And they don't expect it. I think that's why, because everyone's saying like Pico don't have a chin, Pico don't have a chin now. But I think it's always the punches that you just don't think are coming. Like Pico didn't see that punch coming over the top when they separated.
Well, like look at what was his debut? He got uppercut, didn't he? When he went in, like I think he went in for like a right and a left, and he got uppercut and then just dropped, and then he just got choked out.
He got
That
sat.
was a picture. He was just like a zombie.
But here, I just don't. I think it just caught him by surprise.
and then he hit with a right and then left.
Yeah.
Beautiful hooks on the way down.
I think it was just a very good punch. But the thing is, I think he didn't. That would have knocked out a lot of people. I don't think he's not got a chin, but I think maybe now, because he's 22 and he's got knocked out twice, that could affect your chin for sure. I tell you, who doesn't have a chin though, and that's Fedor.
Have you seen this, Georgia?
No.
This might have been.
So basically, Ryan Bader went to get he fought Fedor for the vacant heavyweight belt.
Grand Prix, innit?
Yeah, the Grand Prix. So he done a
Heavyweight
tournament for
tournament.
this, and Ryan Bader was obviously the light heavyweight champion in Bellator. He's fighting Fedor Emelianenko.
Who's one of the heavyweight greats.
Yeah, well, people.
But how old is he now? 40?
Yeah, he's
Something.
beautiful. But Ryan Bader KO'd him in like 30 seconds, didn't he?
Fedor didn't throw a punch the whole fight.
Really?
No.
Have you seen when Ryan Bader knocked out King Mo?
Yeah.
Exact same.
It wasn't.
Exact same position, exact same punch.
It wasn't the exact same punch though.
Wasn't it? It was a left overhook.
The one that he caught King Mo with was like a fucking flush, like that connected. Good. This one, you could argue.
But it's
more
the same punch.
You could. It's like a half jab, half hook.
Right.
He dips down, and then he sort of comes over with a jab hook. But this one was not hard, and it literally flattened Fedor. This was a weak punch, to be honest.
Oh, I hit him like on the nose, and then he hit him with that right.
But if you're heavyweight getting knocked out by that, you shouldn't be fighting.
Wait, go back.
I'll go to like the replay. It wasn't a heavy. I mean, it was a good punch, but it wasn't. If you're getting knocked out, I mean, do you know what I mean?
It just kind of grazed like the front of his face, like, with his nose, like.
I think even Bader would be surprised that fucking flattened him. He caught him right at the end of whatever.
The punch, yeah. It was kind of like an overhook jab. It was really weird, like.
It's got to be a last fight.
It was literally like, yeah. If he won the belt, I don't think he would have retired, but it would have been amazing if he just retired.
But if that's knocking you out, a lot of things are knocking you out. He literally went flat on his fucking.
That right was worse.
It's like a Yoel Romero
That right
fucking
was
rock
worse
hold.
when he
Yeah.
just done that. Like, look at the right he follows up with. Like, oh, mate. The right was worse. Way
I think
worse.
he just got caught and then just fell because he's trying to get back up and then it's too late.
Well, congratulations to Bader. I mean, I read something earlier that is he the best Bellator fighter ever? And I was like,
Already?
like, how many years has Bellator been about? Like, you can't really say.
He's only
the
been
best
there
fighter.
like a year and a bit.
It's probably because he's won both. Well, he's won how many fights in a row? He's won like 6 in like 2 years. He's defended the belt, won the belt at light heavyweight, defended it like twice, beat King Mo,
Yeah, it's
beat Mitrione,
definitely.
and then he just knocked out Fedor.
Yeah, he's had the best like streak, but he hasn't been there long enough.
I mean,
And then you had that Jack Swagger guy from the WWE.
yeah.
That was
Did he win? I don't even know if he won.
the most embarrassing fight ever. Like the guy he went up against, they literally just went into KFC or something and just were like, "Yeah, do you want to fight?" Like they just found him on the street. He literally was just.
What was the result?
He weren't even a fighter.
Was it a finish? Was it?
Yeah, he just took him down and choked him out. The guy weren't a fighter. It was just embarrassing.
Yeah, 'cause I saw
he was
him,
tiny as
He
well.
was tiny and he was a bit like.
Yeah,
like,
he was
just like-
tiny. He was just had no chance at all. I don't know what the odds were on it, but
The
it's
odds would have
stupid.
been dirty for Swagger. Swagger.
But yeah. Oh yeah, John Jones failed another fucking drug test.
I see that.
Of
But is that the same levels as the one like before? Like,
So the one before was like beginning of December, and that was for 60 picograms per milliliter, and then this one was on the day after the fight or post fight, and that was for 40 or 35 picograms per milliliter.
that's all. Like the thing is, his legacy is going to be a bit funny now with that because all like the thing is like in you're never going to stop like steroids or like any kind of cheating in that regard, but like that's always going to be an asterisk next to his name. Like he's going to have like that fucking picogram like bollocks like all over it when he like.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard of in sport that he's actually allowed to fight.
Yeah, it is stupid because like Walt Harris, do you know Walt Harris?
Yeah.
He's a fighter as well. He fought on the same card. He got
For his arm.
He got popped,
Yeah, and that's not.
and it was like
that's not.
not even as bad, was it?
It's not a steroid. No, it's a SARM. It's like a. It's sort of like a weak version of a steroid.
It just shows what money and power. Like if you have star power in the UFC, and especially with.
But he's gonna keep fighting.
Yeah,
But he's gonna get popped for drug tests basically every time. And the dodgiest thing about this one was that USADA's test came out as negative. They didn't have picograms in it. And then VADA,
yeah,
they on the same exact day
found
they did have steroids in it. So it means that something dodgy is going on with like USADA and they're just covering him.
Yeah, it's just like.
But he's gonna fight. He's gonna pop against Anthony Smith in his pre-fight, and then they're just gonna be like, "I'll fight anyway," and then he's gonna pop post-fight. And what's going on?
And the thing that bewilders me about the whole thing is like he's like it stayed in my system for like 8 months. I'm like, motherfucker.
8 months? You mean 18 months?
Whatever, however long it was. When the fuck does like
the half-life
like
of Tyrannobol? Do you know what the half-life of Tyrannobol is?
Ain't it like less than a month? Like it's not even that. It's like a week.
12 hours.
Right, I was waiting. Like
Tyrannobol is a classic steroid that they took like in the Olympics in like the 1990s because it has such a short half-life, so it's essentially out your system really quickly. And so if you had a drugs test, you could stop taking it; it'll be out your system really quickly.
It's like the UFC and fucking and USADA have like gang like they spoke to Jones and were like, listen, right, you got through this window, you can take this amount, and we'll just fucking sort it out for you. We'll do the media, we'll sort it out for you. Just fight, just win, just become as dominant as you can, like we know you can, and that's it. And I'm just like, fuck, mate, like. But at the end of the day, no one's going to be complaining about it. Like, no one, like, the first one, because you think about the first time when he popped before the fight, before the Gustafsson fight, everyone was like, what the fuck, blah, blah. Now for this one, I'm just like, it's kind of like, it's just going to happen now.
It's what it is.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
You're literally saying to other fighters,
It's okay,
like, it's
pop.
that you can take steroids and then even because their excuse is, oh, it's a long-term metabolite, and so it's just going to be these metabolites going to be in his system for ages, so he's going to keep popping up. Well, then any other fighter can just fucking take 6 months off, get absolutely fucking jacked, stop taking steroids, and then just have these metabolites in your system, and every time they come up, just be like, oh, that's from before, sorry.
Yeah, it is a bit of a joke.
It's just ridiculous.
It is.
And the thing is, I don't even think he like. I'm guessing like knowing all this knowledge now. I presume he did stuff like before, but the thing is, he don't even need it. He's so fucking good that he just does not need this shit. Like, do you think he don't need it? Does he?
No, I don't agree with that.
What are you thinking?
People say he doesn't need it, but how? But based off what? You've never seen him.
So
fight.
you're telling me that like the steroids helped his skill level and his IQ in there. The only thing the steroids does is like help him recover faster.
It won't help your fight IQ is in your brain, but if you know that you're on steroids, it can have an effect on your confidence as well.
Yeah, but
which affects how he performs.
The confidence thing, okay, but are you talking like it doesn't help with creativity in there, and it doesn't help with like different types of attacks that he uses and defense and all that.
But he doesn't win a fight just based purely off his creativity. He's throwing strikes.
Yeah,
right.
Based off his creativity, he throws strikes.
But what wins the fight and finishes the fight? Not
him being able to mix it up.
Not analysing his brain, his punches and his kicks, and the damage he's causing is winning a fight. And he's taking something that is increasing his damage based off all of his strikes. So you don't know how he would perform if not. Because a kick that he hurt Gustafsson with...
Everyone thought that he didn't perform... It was like the ISP one. That like everyone thought that he wasn't on anything there. Look how he performed then.
Yeah, but people were just saying that he weren't on anything then.
Yeah, no, people were saying... Like, that's what I'm saying. But people that said that he wasn't on anything for that fight, you could obviously... Like, if he wasn't, you could kind of tell... But I don't know, man. I just don't see need. I just don't think he. I still think he'd be one of the greatest fighters.
You'll never know, like, just how it's going to affect someone differently. How much benefit it's going to give him.
I also watched. Moving on from the John Jones thing because it's just a bunch of bullshit, really. Pacquiao Broner. I didn't watch the full fight. I watched highlights though.
It's a pretty boring fight, to be honest.
Yeah, from what I saw, Pacquiao just kind of peppered him, hit him with a few big shots, and then Broner didn't do anything for like the first round. Then like the middle rounds, he hit like 1 or 2 punches, like and then like.
But Broner does it every time. Like the most amount of punches he threw in one round was 8.
8 punches, like
okay,
crazy. But,
and then he thought he won the fight.
He does that all the time.
Post-fight interview is like, I won this fight, but I did it for the hood.
Get it up, innit? Get it up. Like every time he loses, he's like, I got robbed, man. Like everyone's against me, blah blah.
Literally, not one person in the entire crowd would have said that Broner won this fight. And then post-fight, he said this shit. Where is he?
Yeah, got to the end because Pacquiao won. So yeah, there he is.
I love the commentator is having none of it as well.
We're going to conduct this professionally or we're not going to have an interview. You make the decision. What did you think about the fight?
I beat it. Everybody out there know I beat it. Everybody out there know I beat it. I controlled the fight. He was missing. I hit him clean more times. I beat him.
You averaged 8 punches. Less than 8 punches was the most punches that you had in the round, and it seemed as though you couldn't get close enough.
It already sounded like it was against me. So I already ain't got a fair shake talking you. But let me talk something. Let me let y'all know. I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy. Y'all know I beat that boy. What they trying to do is they trying to get that money again with Pacquiao and Floyd. But it's cool. I ain't worrying about it. I'm still that nigga, man. I'm on top. Cincinnati, stand up. West side. 2-5.
You're 3-3-1 in your last 7 fights.
I'm 3-3-1 my last 7, but I'll be 7-0 against you.
That's the end of this interview. Good luck to you in the future.
He's so like controversial. He just said.
But he literally loses every big fight he's had. So how long can you just?
So who's he lost to Madonna? He lost to
Sean Porter.
Garcia, and now Pacquiao.
And then he drew to Jesse Vargas as well. Like, it's not good. Keith Thurman fought yesterday.
He did.
He was out for 2 years. He was the champ before, but
he just won, didn't he? Though majority decision, I heard.
He definitely won. It went down as a majority decision, but it weren't. Like he won by maybe 4 rounds or so. He wants Pacquiao next.
Really?
Yeah.
I want him to fight.
He won't go straight into the other guy.
Wait, what weight is he? Because I don't know the weight.
Same as Sean Porter, all of them lot.
So he's like 140.
Yeah, 147 is that?
Well, I thought Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. Like, I wanted to see that one, because like Keith Thurman, he gave up one of the belts, and then I don't really know what's happened since.
He got injured. He's been out a couple of years.
I know he's been out like almost 2 years now.
2 years, yeah.
Because he fought that
last
fight
fight
with
was
Garcia.
Danny Garcia. Yeah.
That was an incredible fight. That was. They're both high level boxers.
Yeah, he looked alright to be off for that long. He didn't look like his best, but you're not going to, are you?
Yeah. So that was all the fights from last night, and then 2 weeks ago. Georgia, have you got any fight news?
You got any news, Georgia?
No.
No news this week.
Not this week.
Not this week. I got a few things. I was listening to Khabib. He was in Australia, and he done an interview, right? And they asked him like,
It was
what?
a wish list.
What?
He did a wish list.
Khabib did.
Yeah.
Oh, well, for his last 3 fights, wasn't it?
He wants GSP, Ferguson, then Mayweather.
I can't believe he said Mayweather. I think that the Mayweather one is like his managers and his coaches like telling him to grab that fucking dough and just bounce.
Yeah, because I don't think Khabib really gives a fuck, but he just his
Khabib
team
get
would.
fucked by Mayweather.
It wouldn't even be funny. It would be ridiculous.
Yeah, it would be. It would be pretty mad.
Oh, it would be funny actually.
But no, he said in an interview, an Australian interviewer was like, "Why did you go out the cage and attack Dylan Dennis?" And he goes, "Because he's a fighter. I couldn't attack the coaches, innit? Because it'd be unfair." He was like, "They're too old," and I was like creasing. I was like, "Yeah, probably." Like, imagine just him going up to John Kavanagh and just fucking mauling him. Like,
Yeah.
imagine that.
He used to be a fighter though, and he's
Yeah,
not.
he
He's
did.
not. He's not old, John Kavanagh, is he?
He's 40.
I mean, fucking Yoel Romero's fault.
Oh yeah, Yoel Romero and John
41, I
Kavanagh.
think.
Oh yeah, John Kavanagh and Yoel Romero, the exact similar.
Same age, right?
Same age, same colour.
Can
same...
Khabib not fight Yoel Romero because he's too old? Nope.
Imagine if Khabib fought Yoel Romero.
Get fucked up.
Oh, we got McGregor and Cerrone.
Ah, McGregor Cerrone,
Yeah.
That is going to happen, isn't it? It's not official yet, but I think
Well, the thing about McGregor is he's so calculated when it comes to like
That's a good
making
fight.
fights, social media, and all that stuff.
That's the fight he needs because he needs another win, and then to set him up for the rest of them.
I tell you why he's interested in that fight, and this is I think we're on the verge of the 165-pound division, and I think that fight
That would be perfect.
would be perfect for like.
Yeah, that could happen actually. That could be for the 165 because they want McGregor to have a belt again.
And they got the new legacy belt, and then I remember like they got the new UFC belt. Have you seen it? Oh, you've seen it, haven't you?
That belt is
They got
so
the
bad.
UFC belt, haven't they?
That is the
Get it
worst
up.
belt
Show
I've.
Georgia. Type in the new UFC legacy belt. Cejudo got it when he won.
Oh, that one.
So bad.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I think it's okay.
It looks.
It's so bad.
I don't mind it. I think it's okay.
Right.
I'm
very
alright with it.
simple.
I'm not.
Let's
I'm
just
not mad.
compare the old belt.
I'm not
This was
mad.
the old. Wait, where's the old belt? This is the old belt, right? This one. Now that is a nice fucking belt. Come, what is?
I'm not mad.
I mean, I like minimal stuff, but that is the most boring belt I've ever
Yeah, but
seen.
I think because like they've only had one belt since you've been watching it. Maybe like once you get kind of like accustomed.
What is that? Why do you like that belt? What's
I don't know what it is I like about it. I
You
just
like that?
it.
It's minimal.
I don't know if it's minimal. I just like the design. I think I don't know. I don't know what it is I like about it, but I like it. I think it's quite dope, to be fair.
You prefer it to the old belt?
Preferring it, I don't know about preferring it, but I like it.
It looks so like toyish. It looks like really cheap.
Well, then they'll sell a lot
Yeah,
of
like
replicas, don't they?
those toy belts you get as a kid.
Innit?
Well, they'll sell a lot of replicas then, won't they?
Like if I had that belt, you'd be like, fucking hell, that looks expensive. That's like gold or whatever. If I had that belt, you wouldn't even say anything. You'd be like, oh.
Oh.
I'll be like, yeah, UFC champ.
And they don't even give you a new belt for if you defend your title. They just engrave a stone into it.
Okay, that's a bit bollocks.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's just.
That's ridiculous.
stupid.
I think I don't know. Maybe they just can't afford the old belt or something.
But McGregor Cerrone, I think.
And also, if that was at 165, that fight, then let's assume McGregor wins. Yeah. That will set up the Khabib fight for a double belt with Khabib, the rematch.
Khabib will go up.
Even a Diaz fight could be at 165. That would be perfect as well.
Oh yeah.
I think
That sets up
McGregor
all
has
the
the
fight.
power to do that. I think.
But then if he loses, you've got Cerrone at 165-pound champion.
Yeah, like if that happens, then that happens. Like it's just one of them things. Like that's fighting. Like if he loses,
There's one way Cerrone wins that fight, and it's if he manages to get a takedown.
I mean, Cerrone fought last Saturday, didn't he? He fought Alex Hernandez. I watched it the other day,
And
I was like,
bad.
yeah, I wasn't like, I don't know.
It was weird because everyone was going, Cerrone looked so good, like he absolutely fucked him up, and he did fuck him up.
But I didn't think he looked.
Yeah, he fucked Alex Hernandez up, but Alex Hernandez didn't offer anything.
No, he just kind of like tried clinching him. Done like
He was very. Cerrone
like,
won by being super basic.
he won off experience. He just kind of waited, and then because what Cerrone did well was he was getting out of the way Hernandez. But as he was like throwing a 1-2, Hernandez would get out of the way, but then they would follow on with a flurry, and he was catching him on the
And
end.
Alex
with,
Hernandez
4 or
was
5
just
combos.
like a bit shook by it because I think he was getting caught and he just got lost in the moment.
He got caught up a bit.
He got lost in the moment.
But I think Cerrone looked like from his 175.
He looked old.
He looks
He looked old.
He looked as what is it? Daddy time caught up with him, innit?
Yeah.
Like, literally.
McGregor would fuck him up. Like
If
on
he
the
fought-
feet,
if
it
Cerrone-
would
if-
be bad. Like McGregor would finish him. Definitely.
Yeah, from like.
He's
from
twice as
watching that-
fast. He'd literally be twice as fast as
he would
Cerrone.
be. He would be. And even like I just think it was kind of like because Cerrone does fight like that where he's kind of like stiff, but this was a bit different.
Yeah.
Like I felt it was more stiff, like
More like Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, kind of, but like
Not as bad, obviously.
nowhere near as bad.
Very stiff, and
But he got the job done, so fair play to him.
yeah. I mean, when he's still got his wrestling is actually good. On the ground is good. Like he finished Mike Perry on the ground. He can definitely still be dangerous, but he get fucked up.
And then, so they announced Till Masvidal, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because we thought it'd be Colby.
Yeah, we're gonna get tickets in London.
Yeah, they come on sale Friday.
Wait,
So
are you
I've
still on
just
Fight Pass?
Yeah, I've signed up for the thing the other day, so we get
Pre-sale.
again pre-sale and emails about when they come online and stuff. So I need to grab. I think I need to grab like 8.
8?
Oh
yeah.
my god.
We're not gonna get 8 in a row.
Well, I'm gonna try.
Isn't this what we tried doing last time and it failed?
Yeah.
So let's not do that.
So what I might do is I might get someone like Andrew.
You need 2 of us
Yeah,
to get 2 or
to get,
4.
like, 2
we can't all
fours.
sit together. It just won't happen.
Yeah, we just like meet each other like.
Yeah,
see
yeah,
each other,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
break
You're not gonna
it.
get 8 in a row. You can get 4 in a row. I'd say no more.
But we'll see. But the card is fucking banging
For London, yeah.
Till Masvidal is. That is not failure of like that. You're guaranteed a great fight with that. That's just gonna be great. 5 rounds as well.
Yeah.
5 rounds, that'll be quality. And then you have Gunnar Nelson and Leon Edwards, which is a great fight for both. Leon Edwards is on a roll, and Gunny's just Gunny, quality fighter.
That'll be good.
And then you got Ozdemir and Dominic Reyes.
Reyes
On that card. Reyes is a nice prospect at light heavyweight. And Ozdemir was a top contender.
Is our guy always fights on the cards? Alan.
No, I haven't seen.
Is he not on it?
Well, he hasn't been announced yet.
He must be injured or something. He always fights on our cards.
I think he's great. He's a great fighter.
But I mean,
And Gokhan Saki, he's on the card.
Is he?
Yeah, he's on the card. Yeah.
against who?
He's against some like
Random.
yeah, but he's on the
That'd
card.
be good.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good to display.
Fucking hell, that's a way good main card then.
I know.
Because usually we get like maybe 2 good fights.
Yeah, because we had
1 or 2.
Misasi and Taos Lettuce as the co-main when we went.
Yeah.
And obviously you had Bisping Anderson.
Yeah. That's good.
Um,
That means tickets might be more expensive, or
yeah, I won't know. I don't think I'll know the ticket prices until I get them. I'm not too sure how that works.
for a fight night, that's quality.
But yeah, I'll be on that. I'll be waking up early on the laptop in London, just fucking purchasing them, mate. I need to grab them. So you're coming, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, George is coming.
Coming to London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you've been to London?
No.
Ever?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I think you should come for like a weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet Laura.
I'm gonna meet Laura, meet Carol.
I've met Clara.
Oh, you met Clara, yeah.
Meet Olivia.
Well, Aaron's coming as well.
Is he?
Yeah, so he's gonna stay with both of you. Are gonna stay in the sheds.
In the shed. Woohoo.
Sleepover.
Yeah.
Sleep over in the shed.
Yeah. I got this funny picture of Aaron, right? Like, because he stayed over. He came to London like years ago, and there's this picture of him, like, because we stayed up with like till like ridiculous morning, and like 'cause we had to get the coach from Victoria to Liverpool. This is remember when we came up in the summer.
Yeah, for
And
the
then-
party.
Yeah, and then there's a picture of him like this, like he like conked out, and he was like, and I just got a picture of him just like that, and it's like so bars. It's so funny, man. So funny.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in London. Not many people really come down if they're northern to go to London.
Yeah, 'cause it's fucking expensive.
It's not though, is it?
What to come back? What if you had to stay?
Liverpool to London's cheap.
No, I'm talking about staying and stuff.
Oh yeah. If you're
Like if you
to
wanted
see
to
a
stay
friend,
in
yeah.
London, like
Is Miran going?
Miran's coming, Andrew.
Oh my god, there's a funny story about Miran. Oh.
Go on, say it. Is it about what is it first? What's it about?
Where the place he ended up in the other night.
Oh fuck yeah, go on. Yeah, you were gonna save it for today, weren't you?
Yeah. No, I told you it on the phone. It was basically
Oh, okay.
his
right.
friend. He was in Leicester.
Yeah.
Because I was me and him were always going at each other. Like I'm like, come Liverpool, and he's like, come Leicester, and I'm like, why would I go to Leicester? It's shit. And then he was like, it's actually the second most visited place in Europe. He genuinely believes that, by the way. Leicester. No, not in Europe. In England. And
Where did he get that?
I was like, where have you got that from? And he was like, no man, like everyone in Leicester says it. And I'm like, yeah. Everyone in Leicester says it to
Like
try
10
and make
people.
it popular.
Like 25.
I was like, right, so London's obviously most popular. So you're saying after London, the most visited place is Leicester? And he was like, yeah, man.
What is it? So it'd be I'm guessing London's number one.
Well, you got Manchester, Newcastle, Liverpool,
Right.
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham's
Yeah,
good.
London, Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool, Oxford, Bristol.
Yeah.
then
Leicester
you have-
might be the least visited place in England, not the fucking most. Second least, probably.
9, we got Brighton, Cambridge.
And then there's like Nottingham. Nottingham's a big one, isn't it?
Nottingham's it's nightlife.
Yeah,
Nottingham's meant to be
not-
mad. You've been there, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been Nottingham.
Yeah.
Nottingham's a great.
So anyway-
Nottingham's a great city.
I said to him,
Leeds.
Leeds as well.
Leeds,
that,
yeah.
Yeah, but that boy just like talks like.
Genuinely believed it
he's
though.
fucking-
Genuinely believed
Yeah,
it.
he's fucking funny when he comes out with shit like that. He's so hilarious.
And I was like, what's Leicester got then that is not in other places? And he was like, no man, like, honestly, like, it's actually got these like really good underground places and stuff that no one knows about. And I was like, right, like, what are they then? And he was like, well, like, a few days ago, my mate took me to this house. And I was like, right, dodgy. Went upstairs in the house, and there were 3 naked girls sitting there. And I was like, okay, so you're at a prostitution place then? And he was like, yeah, you're at a brothel then? And he was like, I think so, yeah. I think it was a brothel. And I was like, definitely a brothel, because there's 3 naked girls there. And then I was like, right, so he sat down with them, and he was like, yeah, man, like, I had a good conversation with them. And I was like, where were you? Like, were they trying to get money out of you? And they were saying, these girls were saying, like, yeah, do you want anything off us? Do you want us, like, blowjob, whatever, for 20 quid or whatever it was? But he was saying he was just talking to them about, like, life. And I was like, why are you talking to girls about life? Like, what's wrong with your life to be talking to prostitutes about life? And then he ended up going back. No. He asked them, because they were trying to convince him to do something right. And he was saying that his skin and that he hasn't got enough money, so they were like lowering the price. And then he goes, oh, actually, do you do student discount?
He's gonna blow.
That literally sums Miran up, doesn't it?
Actually, do you know what? It actually does.
If you had to say to me,
if you had to tell a story about Miran, that's the one. Literally, that's him in a nutshell.
Student discount on a blowjob.
student discount.
Fucking hell.
So I was just like, this was speechless. I was like, you're joking. And he went, no, I might as well try.
I haven't.
I would just not even think, like, that wouldn't even cross my mind.
I said, what do you think it is with fucking McDonald's? Get a free cheeseburger. Like, what are you
get a
doing?
fucking free, like, toy with it or something. He's actually nuts.
And then he said he told them he would go outside and discuss it with his mate. And then he just bailed and left.
He's a fascinating guy, you know. When you get to know him, he's just...
I can't wait to meet him.
He's like... He's so, like, I don't know what it is. He's a bit polarizing to be around. Like, he's just so, like... I don't know, he just has his own way of doing stuff. It's just a bit nuts.
Stupid ways.
Yeah, like that one. That's...
Funny ways, though.
Yeah, it's just... He's... I can't, like... We get into, like, bad... Me and him, like, he knows if he listens to this. We get into bad situations, and, like, if he laughs in a bad situation, I piss myself. Like, I just can't help it. When he laughs, I just laugh. It's so infectious. It's just the fucking weirdest thing.
It's like he just doesn't think about stuff.
No, he doesn't. He just does.
Like, I went round his house, like, a month ago to get... Literally went round there to get a Chinese takeaway and just watch something, right? And so, on my way, when I was, like, just about to get off the bus, I said, right, order it now. And so I didn't know he ordered it, but I just assumed he might have. So I went round there, and then he said, oh, actually, let's just go to the shops quick before I order it. So we went to the shops to get drink, I think, because he didn't have drink on the takeaway. And then when we were walking there, I was like, wait, did you order it or not? And he goes, yeah, I did order it. I went, oh, all right. How long did they say they were going to be? He said, and then he was like, oh, they said they were going to be like 15 minutes. I was like, we left fucking like half an hour ago. And then he gets a call from the fucking takeaway guy going, I'm here, I'm outside your house. And then he goes, oh, fuck, man, sorry. And then he just fucking, like, he just doesn't, you'd think, wouldn't you, if they said be 15 minutes, then be in your house in 15 minutes, but he'll leave at 15 minutes. He just does things backwards.
Yeah, he's very like, I don't know. He just runs on his own clock.
And then he'll be surprised when they ring him saying, "Where are you?" Even though he's left at the time that they say that he'd be there.
He's funny, man. He just makes me laugh. I'm seeing him tomorrow, actually. He's coming around when I get home. He's funny, though.
He's coming up here soon, actually.
Is he?
Is he actually though?
Yeah, no, well.
Yeah, I know he's definitely coming up. Well, not. I'm pretty sure he's coming up when Endgame is out. Him and Andrew coming up to watch that. Yeah, Sean's excited. Look at him. Avengers, isn't it?
Buzzing.
Yeah.
You seen the Spider-Man trailer?
Nope.
You not seen the new Spider-Man trailer? Nope. We'll show it to you after. It looks sick.
I thought they'd given up on Spider-Man.
No.
Did he not die? I thought was he one of the survivors in the Avengers thing?
No, he died.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, he died.
So there's not another film then.
No, but it's with
Oh,
him.
there isn't.
I don't know what the timeline is.
So stupid then.
It might be sad.
He
after.
died.
It might be set before or after. Like you don't know yet.
Stupid, isn't it?
No, it's not stupid.
So
You gotta give credit though.
They killed him off a year ago, and now they're just bringing out another film.
So you need to watch all the films to understand, mate.
No, there's no understanding. He died.
Or did he?
Or did he?
Oh, that's just fuck off. I hope he died.
It's actually mad what they've done, isn't it? To make 20 odd films in a row and like bring it all together is unheard of. Name like a franchise or like something that had like 20 odd films all in a row built up to like two films, and they smashed it with like Infinity War. Can't believe you're not a fan, mate. I'm a fanboy, so
Every single film's the same.
It's not.
They recreated the same film 20 times. Is that unheard of?
no Spider-Man.
Yeah,
was created
because
3
no one's
times.
stupid enough to do it.
3 times actually, Spider-Man.
There's definitely more than 3 Spider-Mans.
No, there isn't. Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, 3 different actors.
Oh, you talking about the films?
It's like 10 films.
Yeah, but
No, it's about
the
7.
first 2 were like
7.
Sony and now
They're all the same.
7. No, 7.
They're all the same, apart from the
7.
last one, which they mixed up and
It's
actually
not
did
10,
cartoon.
it's 7.
Yeah, and they literally all the same.
Yeah, but they got the rights back for Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Whereas before it was Sony.
after the Andrew Garfield, because it got, I think, purchased by Sony, and then Marvel bought the rights back for it to do the one with Tom Holland just now.
Put it in
But even
Avengers.
you thought, like, obviously it's not the same.
The cartoon, yeah, because it's different.
Yeah. Have you watched that,
different.
Georgia?
No, I need to watch it.
Oh,
I like films that are
so
different.
good.
If they're the same, and just fuck off. If I know what's going to happen in the film before I watch it, I'm not watching it.
It's so good. So good, the film. The other thing I wanted to talk about, fight news before we end it,
Yeah.
is I read the Pacquiao Broner pay-per-view numbers.
Oh, it wouldn't have been that much.
What do you think?
200.
No. 400,
4.
which isn't bad. I thought it'd be. I don't. I can't gauge boxing pay-per-view numbers. I don't know.
I know Pacquiao's big, but he's old now. I wouldn't think that as many people tune in. 4's good.
4's decent. I don't know that the boxing.
That
model-
means it would go over or near 1 million if he fought anyone like of those top guys.
Who, Pacquiao?
Yeah, if Pacquiao was to go up against like any of the other top guys, it'd probably be 1 million.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. But it's mad that him and Mayweather done like at that time. Like done like 4.5 million. Like,
That was the most hyped fight ever, though, wasn't it?
yeah, even I knew about it. To be fair,
I think people don't realise how big it was as well. 'Cause
like,
when
at the
McGregor,
time, I wasn't even into boxing.
when McGregor Mayweather was about, people were like, it's going to be bigger, and I remember saying like, I don't think you realise how big Pacquiao Mayweather was, and then it didn't do as well, did it? Not close, I guess.
And then they just made the fight, Canelo and Danny Jacobs, didn't they?
That's a really good fight.
Yeah.
Danny Jacobs will do well because Danny Jacobs basically was like 50-50 draw with Triple G.
And now he's fighting Canelo. That's gonna be a great fight. I don't know when that is though. I think that's like March. I want to say. No, sorry, Cinco de Mayo.
You told me that Triple G
Mate.
was fighting Canelo.
I thought that. I read that the other day that they'll fight the third time.
Just
on
a
Cinco
leak,
de Mayo.
but not official.
Yeah, probably. There's always something.
That surprised me, to be honest, because I think Canelo's. There's no point of him fighting it again.
You don't think there's like?
It's risky for Canelo.
It is risky for
when
the
he's
Canelo.
already got
Prove
that
it.
win,
Yeah.
and he knows that he could get the loss. Like, I just don't get it why he'd do it. He's already fought him twice.
Yeah. Obviously, he's the A side in that, so he's gonna have the final.
And
say.
Triple G's not even like a massive name.
And there's not any big like like thing behind it where it's like, oh, people want to see the third fight. Like people are gagging for it. Like it's not. I'm kind of not arsed now. I kind of want to see Billy Saunders get a win and then
Triple G.
And
Yeah. That was talked about a while ago.
I want to see that. Billy Saunders in Triple
Billy
G
Saunders is like
nasty.
way not. He's out of shape at the minute.
Is he?
Yeah.
But him and Fury can do that where they can just go out of shape for fucking years.
No, he actually fought Billy Joe Saunders like 2 months ago.
Who did?
Billy Joe Saunders
Fought.
on an undercard.
What?
People don't even know. Billy Joe Saunders was a massive name. He literally fought on an undercard.
Of who?
The domestic fight. I forgot who it was now.
What?
He fought on the 22nd of December, a month ago, Manchester, against Charles Adama.
Why was it an 8-rounder?
Huh?
It just says 8 rounds.
Yeah, it was an undercard fight.
What? That makes no sense.
Because he's been out since the end of 2017. He had a year off, and he was way out of shape. He wasn't in condition to fight anyone good.
I want him to fight someone.
He doesn't he just acts as if he doesn't really care about boxing. To be honest, at the minute, I think he's doing a bit of a Tyson Fury, where he's just in a bit of.
They just don't give a fuck. Like them two are hilarious.
I think he's part in it. Yeah, just.
This is hilarious.
I wouldn't put him in there with Triple G anytime soon.
Oh, Triple G's gonna want to like fucking just annihilate someone after all that Canelo bollocks.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll end it on.
We're just gonna end this. We're just gonna keep going.
We'll end it on showing Georgia the Badu Jack cut from his boxing fight last week. There was a really good video that I saw that was like
Show that one.
Showed it up close.
Oh.
There was.
It was a headbutt. They headbutted and.
Let me see if I can just find this video because I watched it and I was nearly sick, so I'm just gonna make sure.
You see, the ref in it had like the bottom half of his shirt was just red. It was just like complete red.
There was a video like post fight and it was literally disgusting. Like you could see down to his like skull.
That's crazy.
What is that? Like, is that his brain?
No, it's skull.
No.
I don't know, but yeah, that was.
It's deep, but not that deep.
It was a headbutt, I think, and he.
Yeah,
that was it. That was it.
Go on.
I don't know if you. Oh, there is that. Ooh! That is so good. Oh my god, it's so good. That video is what I literally I was so close to being sick when I saw that. The video on YouTube is called Badu Jack Worst Cut Ever MMA and Boxing.
I've seen like some Thai fights, kickboxing fights with like when they have gashes from elbows, but that.
How? I don't get how that happened. It was a headbutt.
Yeah, it was a headbutt.
How have you got to cut that deep and that wide from a headbutt? Like an accidental headbutt.
It must have been just like the skimming and clash.
But usually a cut is from something sharp. What if you headbutt someone?
I think maybe like because the way you did it, I think they kind of like
it must have gone sideways.
Like skimmed it.
Just
skimmed it to the point where like it just opens the like.
I feel sick.
Imagine if you just put your finger in it.
Oh,
just like
just like. Alright, let's watch it one more time.
Yeah, go on. Sean likes it. Like it now, innit?
That is oh my god! What?
What is that? What is that? In like
the skin's so thick. Like the skin, that skin is a centimeter thick, basically. That. But I don't get what's under it. It must just be the whatever covers the brain. That's not bone.
That's insane. And like in like Muay Thai fights, you have like elbows and stuff. Like.
But it's swollen as well.
Yeah, I know. It's just nuts.
I just didn't realise the skin was that thick there, though. Did you? I've never seen that. That's just mad. Oh god. Oh god. Joe, it looks like Harry Potter.
Hello, Harry. That's mad. That's so crazy.
It looks alright. He got it all stitched up though. He carried on fighting though. It was crazy. Man.
What was it? Decision he lost.
Yeah, I think so. How the fight wasn't stopped there? I don't know. But yeah. All right. Goodbye.
Yeah. See you later. wrap it up.